State Governor Seyi Makinde has said that residents of the state must learn to coexist peacefully. The governor who stated this while on assessment visit to Igano town, Iwajowa local government in Okeogun zone of the state, following a recent clash between some Fulani and Yoruba members of the community, said that his administration will not allow anyone to take laws into his hands. The governor, who appealed to people of the community to avoid reprisal attacks, promised that the law will take its course.
I want you to tell everybody, tell them the language they understand, that we ensure that justice is done. Ensure that they are also catered for, because of everybody in our state. Ensure that the people are properly settled, palliatives will be given, and one of the things we said we're going to do is invite the leaders from both sides. So please and please, I want to lose lives along a direction. But we don't want the cycle to continue. That's why I am here.
Commending the swift response of the security agencies in the state to the situation, Governor Makinde said, if not for their intervention.
What has happened here is needless. It's a needless waste of life and destruction of property. There's really nothing that, no explanation can justify what has happened here. It could have been more than this if the security agencies had not stepped in almost immediately. So I'm glad that the operation boss, the Nigerian police, the civil defense, the Amatekun, they all rally around, and that's why we have this peace that we're seeing here at this point in time. Otherwise, clashes will still have been going on up until this moment. There must be more government presence, in neighborhoods like this, and we will ensure that a few government amenities are brought into this neighborhood so that they can be properly integrated into the Igana community.
In its response, the Sabi Ghana of Igana land, Oba Asis Soli Oyemonla, commended Governor Makinde and security agencies for their quick response, saying that the incident was unfortunate.
So, Aloore feel for that we should take law to our hands, no matter what happens. We don't consider that we treat crisis. So, in fact, me Aloore no affect it because the crisis power the development.
A spokesman for the Fulani community, Seriki Mahmoud Yusuf, who is the leader of the Seriki Fulani youths in Oyo State, said that the community was known to be peace-loving and law-abiding. Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde has assured residents of the state that his administration will find a permanent solution to the challenges facing the Light Up Oyo project after the ongoing audit. The governor, who gave this assurance while speaking during a special service held at the Maranatha Lord Comet Ministries International, Abayomi Iwo Road, Ibadan, said there will be permanent solution to epileptic performance of the Light Up Oyo project.
The Light Up, when we came in, there's no infrastructure at all. We put in the infrastructure, but we had dispute with the contractor regarding its operation. And we also felt we didn't get, as a state, we didn't get the full value of what they promised they were going to give us. So an audit is going on right now. And I asked the Commissioner for Energy to put out a notice. It will take about 4 to 6 weeks to finish that audit, and we will have a permanent solution. So you don't have to be afraid whether the lights will come back on or not. They will surely come back on, and they will stay on.
On the recent traffic congestion being experienced by the people of the state, the governor attributed the development to the influx of people who are seeking a conducive environment in Oyo State.
A lot of people are coming into this state from other states because things are being done right here. And we have proactive infrastructure. Because a lot of people are coming in, we have to stay ahead of the curve in terms of how we provide that infrastructure. So, if you look at the airport road coming in to Ibadan, for instance, we do not want the same situation like we have in Lagos, where looking at multiple routes to get to the airport. So, not only have we realized the airport road itself, we have the airport now going to Ajia. Go and come out at that Ajia junction. So if you are going towards Ife, you don't need to get to the junction. We also have a new road now going through Orebeji, Agugu. It's right outside the gate of the airport. So if you are going to the center of the city, you don't have to come to the road. You turn in right after the gate, you get to Orebeji, Agugu, and beyond. And also, that road going to Ajia, we made a spur to Amuloko. So from Amuloko, you can turn left and go towards Akara and Ijebode, and you can turn right and come to
Stating that his administration is reviewing environmental laws to clean up the environment, the governor vowed to get beggars and destitutes off the streets as soon as possible.
We moved from where we used to be, and we still need to do more. I think we need to do more, and we're constantly looking at need to actually achieve a very clean and presentable environment. And I can say that we're well on our way. We know the solution and we're trying to implement it. So you should look forward to a cleaner and saner Ibadan.
Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde has declared that his administration will continue to reward civil and public servants who show dedication to their duties and the progress of the state. The governor, who gave the assurance during the 2022 Oyo State Productivity Day and Merit Award celebration held at the Emeritus Professor Theophilus Ogunlesi Hall, UCH Ibadan, also said that workers in the state would continue to witness consistent payment of salaries and pensions in his second term in office. Congratulating the awardees for serving the state meritoriously, Governor Makinde assured the people of Oyo State that his government will aggressively woo investors into the state to increase the internally generated revenue and create more jobs for the teeming youth population.
So we continue to play our part in encouraging investment from the private sector and our development partners. Let me use the opportunity to thank the good people of Oyo State for their contributions towards making the state safe and secure for private investment. And I also use this opportunity to thank our service commanders, because Oyo State is one of the safest states in Nigeria. And there's a nexus between security, clean environment, and investment. And as of today, Oyo State is among the top 5 economies in Nigeria. So we have continued to dwell together in harmony, and for 4 years we've stayed with ourselves, no religious or cultural intolerance from our midst. And this is why we can go out there confidently to ask the international community to come and invest in Oyo State. And they are coming.
On behalf of everybody, we say thank you, Your Excellency.
The governor was later awarded in recognition of his worker-friendly policies since he became the governor of the state. 61 officers from the junior, senior, and management cadres were recommended for awards among the 328 nominees across the MDAs. The Oyo State Hospital Management Board emerged the most outstanding agency, while the State Ministry of Education, Science and Technology emerged the outstanding Ministry of 2022. Some of the awardees who expressed delight said the awards will spur them to put more into the service of the state.
I give God all the glory for the grace He has given to me, and I want to thank His Excellency for counting me worthy among the awardees for 2022 Oyo State Productivity Award Day. All glory be to God. It's not by my making, it's God has given me the strength to go about this. I just want to charge others that we should do more, especially as we go into Omitutu 2.0, that the Lord Almighty will strengthen every one of us and we achieve results and support the government of Oyo State, especially Governor Seyi Makinde, in all his endeavors. Thank you very much.
I thank the Executive Governor, Governor Aloore for this great award given to all civil servants of Oyo State. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. We thank you, and we pray that God in His infinite mercy will continue to be with you. More success to Oyo State.
We are grateful to the state government, our Governor Seyi Makinde, Federal of Nigerian Society of Engineers, for this laudable program. And we are assuring him that this is just to jar us to do more. It's a stimulant that will enable us to do more, to put more effort to government job. We are very, very good.
Oyo State government has unveiled a 15-man inauguration and transition committee to coordinate and oversee necessary arrangements for the smooth transition of the current administration into its second term. The Commissioner for Information, Culture and Tourism, Dr. Wasiu Olatunbosun, who disclosed this in a press briefing shortly after the State Executive Council meeting, explained that the committee would be chaired by the Chief of Staff, Honorable Segun Ogunwuyi, and Ms. Lolade Ajibola as Secretary. Other members of the committee include Commissioner for Information, Culture and Tourism, Dr. Wasiu Olatunbosun, former Deputy Chief of Staff, Honorable Abdulmojid Mugbojubola, and hosts of others.
Since we are only the same government, so we don't need separate inauguration committee and transition committee. So we are having inauguration slash transition committee. Other members are Honorable Mrs. Toyin Balogun, Barrister Adeniyi Farinto, Honorable Wasiu Olatunbosun, Honorable Ademola Ojo, Honorable Nureni Alabi, Honorable Dayo Ogungbero, that's the State Chairman of PDP, Alhaji Wasiu Adeleke, that's the State Secretary of PDP, Compo retired Fatai Owoseni, SA Security, Honorable Siju Lawa, Honorable Akinola Ojo, Honorable Simon Oyeleke, Professor Abdulwahid Soliu.
Speaking on the decision of the Executive Council, the Commissioner for Public Works and Transport, Professor Daoud Shogodoyin, disclosed that the Council has awarded the contract for the remodeling of the Agbowo shopping complex for a duration of 18 months with an estimate of 10.8 billion naira through a project-specific bond approach.
The remodeling of the Agbowo shopping complex will involve the following elements: the shopping complex, the four-star hotel, the anchor store, cinema building, the event center, casino, and restaurant. I'm pleased to inform you also that ESCO approved the award of the remodeling of Agbowo shopping complex to Messrs. Planet Project Limited for a duration of 18 months at cost of 10,163,821,371 naira 41 kobo. Like I mentioned earlier, the arrangement is such that it's a direct contract modeling with a funding mechanism on a project-specific bond. So the bond is going to be raised. It's a 7-year, 8.5 billion medium-term bond that will be raised by Messrs. SCM Capital Limited. And to kickstart the project itself, Messrs. SCM Capital Limited is going to credit the contractor, Messrs. Planet Project Limited, to the tune of 4.25 billion, and this will be refunded upon the proceeds from the 8.5 billion bond. The issues on and challenges that we have discussed on Agbowo shopping complex, and because of the new contractor, we are saying that the new contractor, Messrs. Planet Project, will grandfather all the issues about the subcontractors, about the main contractors that were given in the past. In other words, that remember that in the past we actually awarded it to Messrs. Whitestone Global Limited and Connect Multiplus Limited, but because they could not attain the financial closure, so it is taken over by the state government and using the model that I've earlier discussed. So all issues and assets, liabilities that we met, the new contractor will take it all over.
In his address at the briefing, the State Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Professor Oyelowo Oyewo, disclosed that the Executive Council has granted approval for the presentation of 4 bills and 1 amendment to the State House of Assembly. He explained that the amendment bill will seek to grant autonomy to the governor on Section 28 of the Oyo State Chiefs Law to present beaded crowns and coronets without recourse to Oyo State Traditional Council.
It just tried to modernize the process of the traditional institution by removing some of the fetters that has been placed in the old bill for consultation with a very wild something by giving the governor the dynamic, opportunity of appointing those who are entitled to be in that, and those who are also entitled to wear crowns and all that. You agree with me that there's a lot of such controversies in our local communities, and this is to enable the government decisively, make decisions without interruption.
Also at the briefing, the Honorable Commissioner for Budget and Economic Planning, Professor Musbaudin Babatunde, announced that the government will, on 23rd May 2023, commission the newly reconstructed Governor's Lodge in Asokoro, Abuja.
The new Governor's Lodge at Asokoro in Abuja will be commissioned by the Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, on the 23rd of May 2023. Everything has actually been put in place. So hopefully by the grace of God, the new Governor's Lodge will be commissioned. This is a representation of Oyo State to the outside world. Definitely we believe that it's going to serve its good purpose of actually representing Oyo State very well.
And that's our package for the week. Thank you for staying tuned all the while. Do join us again for a fresh package next week. Same
Twitter and Instagram at Aloore Radio. You get
station, same time. Till I come your way, I remain Opeyemi Oguniyi.
Entrance dákun kó gilé lò fún mi jàre. Àtẹ̀kọ́dé challenge, àtàgùrù maraj, àwọlé pẹ̀lú Bugatti, Ankara lórí Versace. Ìdí ń bẹ ní Ìbàdàn o, òkè ń bẹ ní Ìbàdàn o, ìdí àrẹ̀rẹ̀, ìdí àrẹ̀rẹ̀, òkè Zango, òkè Mọ̀kó. Ẹ má jẹ́ kó di ìjà, olóṣò yapa ni kó di ìjà o. Pẹ̀lú ṣòkò òdù péńpé, àwọn ọmọ mi ní mọ̀lẹ́tẹ̀. Ẹ má ṣòkò fẹ́ yẹ Twitter, alọ́mọ mẹ́ta fẹ́ yà síkà, fúnra bàtà fẹ́ yà bọ́mbà. Fẹsẹ̀ lẹ́wọ̀n tù húdì dáhùn. Ìbàdàn ni mo wà o, Ìbàdàn ni mo rè o. Ìbàdàn ni mo wà o, Ìbàdàn ni mo rè o. Ẹ wá ń dé kò bẹ́ẹ̀ bá mi lé o. Ìbàdàn ni mo wà o, Ìbàdàn ni mo wà o, Ìbàdàn ni mo rè o. Ìbàdàn ni mo wà o, Ìbàdàn ni mo rè o. Ẹ wá ń dé kò bẹ́ẹ̀ bá mi lé o. Ìbàdàn ni mo wà o.
Bring you everything from breaking news.
The president must know that this is a bad time for our nation. We must look for foreign support to save this nation.
World news, sport, music,
Bella just want me with you like guys,
and many more. To listen to our programs, follow us live on all our social media platforms on Facebook at Aloore Radio, Twitter and Instagram at Aloore Radio. You can also subscribe on our YouTube page on Aloore Radio. Make sure you click on the notification bell so you know when we are live. This is Aloore Radio.